Hey, Heartland family, Teacher Jen here. I picked up some more books from my local library and I'm going to share a very important one with you today. This is called After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. And do you remember the nursery rhyme about Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall? Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Well, this book is a sequel to that. It's by Dan Santat, and we learn what happened to Humpty Dumpty after he fell. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. Okay, do you see he's here in the cereal aisle and all of the exciting, tasty, colorful cereals are up top, but he would have to climb the ladder, so he's staying down low. And look at all those ones down low. They're gray and sad looking. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. See that paper airplane? Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying. You see him? He's trying all those different designs and giving it a try. Until I got it just right. Built that beautiful paper airplane bird. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. What do you think happened? They always do. Let me switch it this way so you can see what's going on. It's the big wall. I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all the time I had spent working on my plane and all the other things I had missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it, but I was terrified. There he goes. He's climbing up. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. There he is at the top with all the birds. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Crack, crack. Wait, what's going on? What's coming through here? Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Oh my goodness, what happened? A beautiful bird popped out of the egg and learned how to fly. And there he goes. Whoa, that was a surprise ending. After the fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. Now, this book reminds us that once we've had an accident or something bad happen, it can be really easy to just be afraid to go out and try it again. But Humpty Dumpty was determined because he knew he was missing out on a lot of life by just staying home and staying down low. So he was determined and he didn't give up and he went one step at a time. And then amazing things happened. So now we're going to switch over and talk about a couple things that we can think about and learn about from this book. All right. My first question for you is, what was Humpty's favorite thing to do before he fell? There was one thing he just loved doing above all else. Question number 2. After the fall, Humpty said he had so much fear. How did that fear affect his life? How did that change the way he acted and the way he lived? Okay, so was Humpty able to avoid having more accidents? I think we know the answer to that one. So my follow-up question to that is, this time when the next accident happened, how did Humpty respond differently to the fear? Remember the first time, how he acted? So how did he respond differently to the fear this time? And why did Humpty finally decide to climb that ladder? And how did he do it? Was he afraid? Was he not afraid? Was he nervous? How did he make it up that ladder? You might have to rewind this video a little bit to get those answers. And what happened when he got up to the top? And now let's think about how this affects us in our own lives. What can we learn from Humpty Dumpty's story about having an accident and then getting back up again? How can we learn from this story in our own lives? If we have an accident or if we have something bad happen in life, how can we set our mind to keep moving forward, to get back up again and try again? Talk about those with whoever you're watching this video with, and we will see you next time. Bye.